So can you turn a single coil guitar into a humbucking guitar on the Line 6 Pod Go? Well, obviously not really, but by using EQ, you can certainly mimic the sound of a humbucker using a single coil guitar. So let's dive into this little preset that I've come up with here. Now, it's not available on the custom tone Line 6 area for download because I just want to show you how you can use EQ blocks to turn, your single coil guitar into a fatter humbucking style sound. So let's look at what we have here. Okay. So really, I just dialed this in quickly. I did put a noise gate on. Now I've put the dedicated EQ block first. So I'm using the 10-band graphic EQ because I wanted specific mid-range frequencies from between the 250 to the 4K, and I've even touched the 8K. Now I've added a parametric EQ because there was a couple of specific frequencies like 400 hertz and 800 that I wanted that weren't available on the 10-band graphic there. Now, wah pedal, whatever I have next. Now, I'm using a Stuper OD because I want to basically try and get a Les Paul, like Marshall rock tone out of my Telecaster, okay? So the amp is going to be Brit Plexi, and I've dialed it in. You'll hear it, just to a modest, tone, not too boomy, but it is not, it's not Fendery at all either. So we're using a Greenback 25. I'm using a ribbon mic on it, and just dial it in accordingly to kind of get some of the harshness and the fuzz out of the preset. And I've added some delay because we'll add some delay just for like when we kick into like a lead solo mode, just to hear how it all comes together. And of course I have some reverb on here, just whatever hall reverb, just dialed in how I like it, ambient. I put the volume at the end. Doesn't really matter for this because again, this is not really a preset that I'm making available. I mean, if you want this preset, hit me up with an email and I can certainly email it to you. And there's nothing on the output. So let's get to playing this, and then we'll click on the EQs and let's see, can we turn this Telecaster into a Les Paul? Let's find out. So here is the preset without anything. Okay, so that sounds very Fendery to me, even though, we're using a Marshall amp. And I'm basically going to specifically use the bridge pickup and the neck pickup. Okay, so now I'm going to use the in-between mode. So let's put on bridge and let's put on the first 10-band graphic EQ. And to really try and get the Marshall tone, let's add the Stuper OD. So let's hear how this sounds. If I take off the 10-band graphic EQ, here's the Tele on its own. Put back the 10-band graphic. So to really help make this into a humbucker style sound, that's where I've added the second EQ, the parametric. So I think that's pretty close. Of course, you're not going to turn a Telecaster or a Stratocaster into a Les Paul. It's just, you can't do it. There's different pickups. But using these EQs and dialing in these mid frequencies from like, say, the 250 to the 4K, even add a little 8K to add a little shimmer back. In that range, if you boost a lot of these, you can get close and mimic. So you can definitely, this is one way to make your Telecaster fatter, but also like to make it humbucker sounding. Let's put on the delay and finish this off. Okay, so that is the preset per se. So again, use your EQs. I mean, you can use your EQs for amp sweetening. You can certainly like do it what I did here and put it at the front or close to the front of your signal chain to shape more of the tone coming from your guitar before it hits the amp. And that's what I wanted here, because you could put this after the amp, but the problem with that is now you're going to be shaping not just the guitar signal, you're going to be shaping everything that comes before the EQ, including drive, including the amp. So this is very important. If you don't want to use this to make it your single coil into a Les Paul or whatever, into a humbucker, doesn't matter. If you just want to shape the tone of the guitar, put the EQ block first. Okay, that's my advice. Take it for what it is. Ultimately, let your ears be the guide. So thanks for watching, guys. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think. And I'm also thinking of doing another video along these lines, is can we make a Les Paul sound more like a single coil guitar by kind of doing some this methodology, but I guess in reverse. So if you'd like to see that, let me know. Okay, so if you like the video, please give it a like. Don't forget to hit subscribe and take a look at this video.